economically keep her home.
But what people love each other for may be different things. If she loves you for what you do for her,
yes.
it ain't gonna matter about that money. Now, when you come in and start tripping, now maybe the money will be a part of the play.
Well, now what is tripping? What is tripping? Me saying this is my house.
Tripping is, I know you make more money than me, but this mine's too. Tripping is, I do a lot for you, which should amount for the same amount of, I mean, when you, it's your insecurities that you're bringing into the relationship that makes her.
But let me add to that, not necessarily, because I think it's going to, a person is going to be tied, because say for instance, living off of her money, her economy,
yes.
and it's her household money, and you take his money and you put it away for cruises or whatever. So she's paying the mortgage and all the bills or whatever, and so she comes home tired.
Yes.
He's wasted milk, you know, I bought the groceries and whatever, and he's not really taking care of things like, you know, as if he, you know, made sacrifices for money.
Yes.
I think from a woman's perspective, it's going to get old, because she's going to say, you know what, man, I bought this milk, you didn't contribute like I contributed. Contributing 150, you contributing 50, and this is not equitable.
A hard 50 if I need some overtime, I'll do it.
She's paying the mortgage, basically.
Yeah, basically.
And he's not contributing on that level.
Yes.
And so
the only
it's imbalance.
Yes. The only now here's what I came up with.
Maybe because they weren't equally yoked financially.
But see now, here's what I came up with, because I see so many times, so many times that this is starting to be an issue. I hear things. I walk as a spy at night. I leave traveling at night, and I ears and I listen, and I hear things. And here's what I came up with for all the brothers and all the unequally economic yoked folk. I say this right here, that we don't live off of your $150,000. I say that we come together and we live off of $50,000 of mine and $50,000 of yours. You see what I mean? That's what I come up with. So therefore, there's no strain, because see, I know that dealing with you, and you may love the ground that I walk on, but you got friends, you got family, you got, you know, peers.
So you let her keep her $100,000?
Yes, because I want peace. Because see, I know that when you leave this black circle here, you got to go out into the world. And you working on your job, and I hate to bring up white folk, but we got to bring you up. Now, whoa, let me finish. Now, you working along a white man that's making $150,000 like you, right? His wife coming with a baby in belly, right? 2 babies in a cart, carriage, and she pushing the cart, right? He's carrying all those bills. Now, psychologically, you want the same thing for you, don't you? Don't you want to be saved the same way? Come on now. Don't you want to be saved the same way? Yes. I said, hello.
Yes.
Don't you want to be saved the same way?
Yes.
Now, if we're living off of your $150,000, right? Okay. We are living, and you have baby, your feet get hurt, but you got to go to work. I got to go, baby, you got to bash that. You hop to work, I'm hopping right to the door. We hop to the door, we got to get you to the door. We got to get you going. I already got the button, I already got the car started, boom, boom. I got everything going. What I'm trying to say is this, I'm trying to come up with some serious balance. And I think that one of the reasons why a lot of us mature people, because this has not even affect you guys yet, but one of the things that happens to a lot of us is that we are not, you understand, taking this thing here. We're going to God, which is okay. We're going to the Bible. We're going to church, or what we're supposed to do. But I read the theory of evolution by Darwin. Now, I don't agree with man come from ape and all that other stuff. But the evolution of the mind, some of that stuff is true. Because we had some what we're thinking. And our mind had to evolve. You follow what I'm trying to say. So now, what I'm saying is that how do we mish this thing and bring it together?
Pecan pie.
Yes, please.
Yam, green, cornbread.
I'm not trying to make a bunch of players out of anybody. I'm not trying to say that money is all this, that, and other. Because it ain't what it's wrapped up here. I know the rules that we're supposed to play. But I also know in a basketball game, that guy grab your arm to stop you from running down there with that ball. He ain't supposed to drag your arm, but he drag your arm to be foul just to stop you from making that shot. He'd rather be foul than, than let you pick that shot. Now, he ain't supposed to do that. The book says he's not supposed, but he will run and push you. All right, call, they call a call. Stop the game. Start all over because he's hoping to get the ball from you. I'm like, here's what I'm trying to figure out this right here. How can we balance this thing? What can we do on balance? Am I part right on saying that maybe we should not live off of your economy, and if we do, I'm not going to get that, not that I'm not for certain, not at all, but I'm not going to get that person that can be there for me, and she's going to be tired or whatever. And I'm not the savior. I think every girl, whether she got a daddy or an uncle, she run and the uncle pick up and put on the head and walk with, you know what I mean? You want to be saved.
I think there's no right answer. There's no silver bullet. It's between you and your spouse.
Is it really?
It's really between you and your spouse. Then the strength of her when she leave her home to come to people. I mean, just like today, as single people, married people, or whatever, when we get with our friends, we always going to have someone in our circle that make more money than us.
Sure.
They always going to have another husband somewhere else that make more money than our husband.
Sure.
We deal with it. It's society. It goes on, and it's never going to be where we all are on the same level.
Sure.
So it's between you and your spouse to work that out. Now, yes, there's some simplicity, or it might be a little easier for you and your spouse to live off of the same amount of money. I think that you're going to have a problem with her saving $100 grand.
Now,
I think another problem going to come into play.
The fact that she has $100,000 to play.
Exactly. But see, it's between you and her.
But now, let's just flip the script. Let's just flip, right?
What we forget to do. Can I say one more thing? This is what we don't do. This is what we don't do as couples.
Sure.
When you're growing, if you have a progressor in the family,
sure,
then either you're going to go with the ride. If you're not the one that's so aggressive in making this thing happen,
sure,
then you have to decide within yourself whether I'm going to take this ride or not, and I'm going to be the supportive one.
Sure.
Or step back. But you can't pull the person down who is aggressive in making their goals come true, their dreams come true. And if you can live with that person and take the ride, why not take the ride? Why is it always got to be a pride thing? Why is it always got to be about this big? You know what? She's making enough money for you to take lessons and learn how to talk and communicate with everybody in the room, whether they're making $200,000, $500,000, or $50,000.
Well, when you know the thing, and you know what, and you're right too. But I'm going to say this right here from the Town Talk show. Rev Zechariah A Jackson for Church of What's Happening Now in Plainfield, New Jersey. I just want to say this right here. I didn't write the script. I read it. That's all I want to say. I didn't write the script. But I know what I hear. I know what we say. But I know exactly what we face. And so what I'm trying to figure out how we're going to have to face this. What would be the way that we can stand down with each other? You understand me? And even though you're making more than I am, because that's an issue that no one brings up. We bring up God, we bring up this, we bring up family, we bring up all these things, but we're not really sitting down and really negotiating this thing. Just like Joanne said, would I have a problem with you saving $100,000? Would I worry about what you're doing with $100,000?
But yeah,
come on
just because.
But let me say this right here. Let me say this right here. If I was making $150,000 and you were making $50,000, it would be all right. Amen. Amen?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Good question, great question that you posed to two young people.
Yes.
But when the other ladies come back, I want you to pose that same question.
We're going to do that.
Because it's different.
Okay.
But I see that question the same thing as the older man and the younger woman, you know. And, you know, the same thing about the income. You know, who's making the most and how do you deal with it?
How do you deal with it?
But I like that idea that, okay, because the man's going to have the ego problems.
Right.
More than likely. Because, you know, you want to take care of me, and I want you to take care of me.
Sure, but if I can't.
But you can. We can live off your 50. I'll put 50 in, and the other 100, we'll have the cars and everything else that our friends have, and we'll still be able to save. Right. We'll be able to go on vacation.
But it's very important. The only thing I'm trying to say is it's very important that I make sure that I'm not living off of your 150. Because I want you to be able to be flexible. I want you to be able to say, you know what? If you don't feel like going to work, you don't have to go. I want you to feel, I don't want to, see what I'm noticing in the modern day thing, that so much stress is being put on the woman, that she is battling, hitting the whole home run thing. And now that I hear things and I talk to people, I talk to friends, and some friends of mine told me a few weeks ago, you know, my wife said, you know, she can't do the whole thing. And I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. And I said, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes, I see. So I'm trying to figure out sneakily, because I want to get in the business, start no kind of, you know, commotion. Whose economy are you living off of? Because if I live solely off of your economy, then you're the home run hitter. So then, you know, we have an issue. I want you to be cool. I love you. I want to be there with you. I'm not in an ego fight against you, but I know how economics play a part in the development of a relationship. I would rather make the 150 and you make 25, because then I feel like the all-out savior. I feel like, and then all your friends, and all your, you know, taking care of her. You follow my point? Okay, we'll be back in a minute with the more mature people. Thank you. All right. All have to read. Let me just.